Welcome back, Wanderers. Welcome to the table. It is I, Dave, the Tabletop Wanderer. And yes, we are back with some more Outgunned Adventure. It has been quite a while since we checked on Cole, Ashford, and his new friend and sidekick, Charlie Lockhart, the professor's assistant. And yeah, and we are back. So things are slowly but surely getting back to normal here, and I decided, okay, it is time to get back into Cole and see what Cole is up to. In the last episode, he met up with Charlie, and we found out that she had some information about who she thought was going after the treasure map. Yes, that relic, the famous relic that Cole is going after. I had that around here somewhere. Yes, as you can see, I am very, very well organized. I've also been, how should I say, I've been changing up my gaming area a bit, and that's why there's no face cam today. So we do know, however, that Cole is going after the treasure map. I don't know where I put that piece of paper, so we'll just get a new one. Okay. And Charlie also said that she had information on who she thought is behind all of this, and possibly the death of the professor. So let's go and see. What I thought we would do today is, very simply, let's roll up our rival, our villain of this whole thing, okay? We'll put this here just off to that there, and I have my tablet right here, and yeah, the rival, here he is in all his glory. Let's see, we're going to put the rival right here, and then I'll also do a sheet or something like that. First things first, let's see if we can get a name for our rival. Okay, so we're going to go in here, and this is from the Outgunned Assistant Director book, and I just, I printed it out just so it'd be easier than flipping through the whole book on the tablet. So we got two dice here. This dark dice here will be the column number, and the yellow one will be the row. Okay, let's have a look and see what we get then. And we had a 5 and 6. So 5, 6 is Taylor. Ooh, Taylor is the name of our rival. The rival is Taylor. I wonder what else his name could be. Taylor something, right? Taylor something. Let's see if there's anything around here. Right, the first thing that popped up was Rowan, so we'll call him Taylor Rowan. Now, we need to get some information on him. Let's see. I thought about this for some time, and I was thinking, possibly that Cole actually knows Taylor from way back in the day. Who knows? Let's just do something that Grognard has been doing, and let's flip a coin. I've got my coin here, right here. It says yes on one side, no on the other, and let's have a look and see what this says. Does Cole know Taylor from back in the day? Let's see. Oh, yes, he does. Cole does know Taylor. So, put this here. Cole knows Taylor. Okay. Now, so, I'm saying that Taylor is he is also a fortune seeker, a rival fortune seeker of Cole's. That's what I'm guessing. Okay, let's see. Let me see right here then. The forces of the rival. He has a private enemy, unlimited funding, extraordinary individual, luminary, survivor, occult knowledge, control of the territory, and leverage on the adventurers. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8. Let's see. 8. We're going to roll a d8, if I can find it. Yoo-hoo, where are you? I've got all these dice. Ah, there it is. We'll roll on a d8 and see what comes out here for our rivals' forces, okay? Got a 7, so control of the territory. The rival earned or bought the trust of the government or of law enforcement forces or the natives in a set location. When the adventurers are in the rival's territory, everyone is against them. I like that. I like that. So he's got control of the territory. I'm going to say that Taylor, he has control of something or government, the government or the, like it says here, the government or law enforcement or something of the area where Cole went to go and check out the relic. And when he got there, he noticed that the relic wasn't there, the map wasn't there, and that I'm going to say that. So control of the territory, location of, okay, so he's got control of the location where the temple is, probably the whole area or probably the whole country. We don't know yet. We don't even know where that location is. Let's see. The rival's weak spot. Okay. There is a way to get the rival's weak spot, but I'm not going to do that just now. Okay, the rival has 1 or 2 weak spots that the adventurers can try to take advantage of in order to get an edge. The weak spot of the rival could be a literal weak spot. Bad leg, is limping or something like that. But it doesn't have to be that. I'm going to do this. The weak spot, I am going to do that off camera. So that way you guys don't know what it is, and when it pops up, it'll be a surprise for you. Okay, hahaha, yes, that's it. Okay, what is the rival's desire? Okay, so we're looking for a map. The map shows the location to somewhere, to something. Okay, I'm going to do this. The weak spot, we're going to leave till later. And his motivation, his desire, we're going to leave for later also. Okay, so we don't know why he wants the map, what the map shows the location of. So only when we get to that point will we know some of these. Well, hopefully by the time we get there, we already know his weak spots. We'll put here ×2. And when, you know, we'll probably find out before we get to the wherever we're going, his desires. So, with that being said, Charlie turns to Cole and says, I think I know who's behind all of this. And Cole turns to her and goes, okay, who is it, Charlie? Who do you think it is? Well, I don't know if I should tell you, because you know him. And Cole looks at her and goes, I know him. Well, just say his name then. Spit it out. Come on, Charlie. She goes, I think it's Taylor Rowan. And Cole his eyes just like wide open, and he goes, Taylor? But he's supposed to be dead. He was dead. I saw him fall from the waterfall down at Peru. And Charlie says, well, I don't know if it's really him, but it did look like him the other day. There was this fella just roaming around the grounds here at the university, and he had a limp. He did have a limp. I saw he had a limp. Okay, so we know that Rowan does have a limp. That is one of his weak spots. Yes, weak spot, limp. And he had a limp, and like I'm telling you, it looked like him. Although at the same time, I wasn't sure, because he had his hat pulled down low, the collar of his overcoat turned up, and he had sort of a greyish beard. But the way he looked at me through the window, it looked like Taylor. It really did look like Taylor. Did Cole and Taylor work together in that job in Peru? Yes or no? No, they did not. They weren't working together, so they were probably working against each other. Ah, yes, they were probably working against each other. Yes. So I'm going to say that, yes. So Cole and Taylor were working against each other, and Taylor fell off the waterfall, fell down the waterfall. Taylor fell down the waterfall and was never seen again. That is what Cole knows. So Cole and Taylor, they were working against each other, but something happened where they got into sort of a kerfuffle, sort of a fisticuff fight, and Cole got the better of Taylor, and Taylor fell down a waterfall in the jungles of Peru and was never seen again, until now, where Charlie thinks it was Taylor that was walking around the grounds of the university. And Cole turns to her, no, it can't be. He was, I saw him fall. He disappeared into the water. It can't be. And what, it's been like, what, 4, 5 years now? Surely if he was alive, he'd be back by now. And Charlie said, well, I'm telling you, Cole, if it wasn't him, it was his twin brother, just with a beard. And the day I saw that fella outside, the professor, he came in very agitated, and he had a letter on him, and he just ran by me. He didn't even say hello or good morning. He just, he would never walk through and not say anything, and he just ran through straight to his office, closed the door, and the next thing I know, he was dead the next day, because I left and he just stayed in his office, and I left, and the next day he was dead. He was dead. And Cole turns to her and goes, really? So do you think that letter has anything to do with what's going on? Did you see the letter? She said, no. I saw it in his hand, but I didn't see anything written. I knew, I figured it had to be something about the letter, because he came in so agitated. And Cole turns to her, okay, only one thing to do. Let's turn this place upside down and look for the letter. Okay, so Charlie and Cole, they go into the professor's office, and they start to look around to see if they can find the letter that the professor had the day before he died. Okay, let me see then. So we got here Cole, and he's got, let's see, focus. He's got detect with 2, and do this like this. Charlie has detective 1. So we're going to roll 5 for Cole, 5 for Cole, and 1, 2, 3, 4 for Charlie. I'm going to say that it is a letter, and possibly before anything happened to the professor at home, somebody came into the office and went rummaging around the office to see if they could find something, possibly the letter. So I'm going to say that they're going to need at least 3 of a kind to see if they do find the letter. So we'll roll for Cole. Cole needs a 3 of a kind. He gets 2. Now, we can re-roll. Re-roll and free-roll. If you scored at least a success, you can re-roll all dice that were not part of the combination. If you don't score a better result, you lose 1 success of their choice. If a feat grants you free roll, you can re-roll even if you didn't score a success. So we do have feats. What are our feats? Are there obstacles? No. You're always alert? No. And there is no obstacle you can overcome. Gain a free roll when climbing. Okay, only when climbing, swimming, or something athletic. So I'm going to try and re-roll. And if I read this correctly, if you scored at least a success, which we did, you can re-roll all dice that were not part of the combination. If you don't score a better result, you lose one success of your choice. So we got this, and I'm going to re-roll these, right? And see if we could get better. No, we did not. Oh, and I just hit my microphone once again. So yeah, so Cole didn't find anything. Let's see if Charlie is better at finding stuff. Oh, there it is. Woman's intuition, I guess. Yes. So Charlie, she's rummaging around and she's going through all the drawers of the desk and everything, and then she looks up and she notices that one of the books on the bookshelf is not in place. And she says, that's weird. And Cole turns to her and goes, what's weird? That book over there. That book is not supposed to be there. It's in the wrong spot. And he turns to her and goes, really? Like, how do you know that? Come on, Cole. I've been the professor's personal assistant for the past 10 years. I think I know how he orders and, organizes his books on his bookshelf. And that book is not supposed to be there. And Cole looks at the book and turns to her and says, well, what are you waiting for? Go and get it. And so she does. Let me go see something. Charlie goes over to the bookstand, the bookcase, and she brings out the book. And she places it on the table. Yes, the professor was a SoloRPG player also. One of my favorite games of all time. Go check it out. Really good. Chad Mage, am I right? Reese, you could go on Amazon and get the printed copy if you'd like. So she puts down the book on top of the table and she starts looking at it and, flipping through the pages, as that thing, and it stops at one of the pages and she opens it up to that, and in the middle of the page there's this piece of paper folded in half, or in thirds actually. She turns to Cole. Cole looks at her and he asks, is that the letter? She says, I don't know. Maybe it is. Let's read it. So she opens up the letter, or the piece of paper, and in the piece of paper it is written. What is written there? Let me grab this. Let's grab our random tables. So units, tens. We get a 61. 61 on the descriptor. Let's see. Temporary. Okay. And theme? 13. Temporary change. So the letter was about temporary and change. So Charlie opens up the letter. She looks at it. She starts to read. Dear Professor, it has been some time since we last spoke. Since you sent me on that wild goose chase in South America. You'll be happy to know that I am well, and I have found it. Yes, the thing that you have longed for, I have found it. However, let me tell you, it is not how you imagined. It is completely different. The thing that you think it does, it is just temporary, the effect, and that is why I must find the rest of it. But don't send your dog after me, because this time I'll bite back. Sincerely yours, TR. And Charlie drops the paper onto the book that was open, and Cole looks at it and says, "Taylor Rowan, he is alive. We need to find what he's up to, and we need to stop him, because whenever Taylor is involved, nothing good can come out of it." Charlie gets the piece of paper, folds it up, and they both head out of the professor's office. And they were walking outside, and Cole looks across the street, and he sees these 3 men just standing there looking at them. And Charlie's walking beside him, and she's just yapping on about something and talking, and she doesn't notice the men. And Cole takes her hand, holds it, and squeezes, and that brings Charlie into the real world. She goes, "What's wrong?" And he turns to the right and starts walking up the street, and he says to her, "We're being followed. 3 guys were on the other side of the road, just looking at us. When I say run, you run." She says, "Okay then, you do realize that I'm not, wearing stuff appropriate for running?" And Cole says, "Well, you either run, or you could talk to those 3 guys behind us." She turns around, and as she turns around, the 3 guys start to run towards them. And Cole turns to her and goes, "So, do you want to run?" She says, "Yes, let's go." And they start running up the street. And that's where I'm going to stop the episode today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you did enjoy the episode. And yeah, I'm back, and we're going to be continuing the adventures of Cole, Ashford, and we'll see you all on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all for those that have commented. Thank you all for those that have subscribed. Oh, this is so hard. and for leaving likes. And I want to give a big shout out to my members. Thank you for the support, and their names will be floating around on the edge of the screen any moment now. Okay, once again, thank you. Stay safe, and I'll see you all on the next adventure of Cole Ashford. Bye bye.